UFC 311 took place on Sunday here in Australia and Saturday everywhere else, I think, pretty much. And what a card, what a card. The main card, at least, was fucking great. Prelims are pretty average. But yeah, the main card over-delivered, except for the Holland fight, but I'll go into that. For my predictions, I actually got 9 out of 13 correct. That's pretty fucking good. Almost 70%. 69% was rounded up to 70. And yeah, I got the whole main card right. 5 for 5 main card. Yeah, the prelims, got a bit unlucky there. I think I'm going to, not go for the underdog so much in prelims. Prelims, the matchmakers are right a lot of the time, I feel like. But yeah, that Payton Talbott, though, that was crazy. And yeah, it was in this new LA arena. I think it's called the Intuit Dome or some shit. And they had this like circular projector. It looked really cool, but they were kind of trying to recreate the sphere with these. I felt that the graphics they were doing were goofy a lot of the time. It was very like PS2 animation type stuff, like stuff you'd see in a PS2 cutscene. I felt like, I don't know, I haven't really had anyone else talk about it, but I thought it was a little bit goofy. I think the sphere was done well. Just it was a spectacle, but I don't know. I feel like it was a little bit cringe, honestly. It was like some WWE stuff rather than combat sports. Maybe that was like, that KO or whatever, the WWE UFC company, that was their idea, because I doubt Dana would do that. It looked a little bit goofy to me. And let's fucking go, Jiri. Let's go for that. Let's go for that, guys. Okay, so I'm going to go from opposite of the order, from like the last fight to the first, because I feel like it's more hyped that way. So starting off with Islam Makachev versus Renato Moicano. Islam sub round 1. I got this correct. I did think Renato was going to put up a little bit more of a fight. I think that it wasn't so much Islam outplayed him. Obviously he outplayed him technically on the ground, but I think he pretty much tricked Renato from what I've seen. Like what it looked like to me was he gave Renato an opening to get up, and Renato was like just took it, and then like he gave up his neck in the process of getting up. Like he was too nervous, or he didn't think it through, or just like the lights got to him, or Islam is just that much better, and he baited him to get the sub in round 1. I feel like if he didn't take that attempt to get up that Islam gave him, the bait, that he would have been able to survive on the ground. It looked like to me. And, he did look decent on the feet. There was that hit that a lot of... I thought at the time when... Because Renato it looked like he hit him with like a hook or something, and then he dropped Islam. But then we saw on the replay, and I saw on Twitter and stuff, that it pretty much just slipped. Like Islam just slipped. And when he went down, I thought that Renato actually knocked him down. I didn't see that it was a slip. I was like, oh my god. It looks so rigged. I was so worried, like, is this actually rigged? But nah. Yeah, Islam completely dominated and ran through Renato. Kind of sad for Renato. I like Money Moicano, but, don't count him out. I feel like Money Moicano he can probably get, like, into, like, below the top 10, like 9-8, but I feel like, yeah, he's not elite, and, Armin's just a different level from everyone, I feel like. Except for maybe Armin, that's the fight to make. And they've said, in the post-fight press conference, Dana White said that Armin's not next, and Islam's going to have to take a fight to get back to the title. I don't know if I believe that, to be honest. I feel like Armin's the only real one that makes sense. Unless, another fight news, I don't know if you guys heard about, Dan Hooker and Justin Gaethje are on for not 312, 313. So maybe the winner of that just fights Islam. It kind of makes sense. Maybe that's why they rushed that fight out and announced it. Like maybe it was supposed to be like 314, but they rushed it to 313 just so they could have a contender for Islam to punish Armin for pulling out. But yeah, a lot of tangents. Maybe I'll make a video about that, just what's going on in lightweight right now. And also I just want to say real quick, kind of a tangent, but I'm going to 312 because I live in Sydney. I fucking bought pre-sale tickets. I thought I might sell it for $600 and it's looking like the worst card in history. The worst card in recent history, so that's fucking great. But, I'm going more just as an experience, as a fan, I just really want to go to one, and I missed the last Sydney and regretted it, even though the card wouldn't look that great. But yeah, so I want to go to one, but then after this, if they come back to Sydney, which I think they will, I think they're going to go Perth, Sydney every year, so they're going to come to Sydney every 2 years. I'm only going to go if it's like a good card. I kind of regret buying this ticket, but it'd be good to go for the experience. Moving on to the co-main, Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Numagomedov. Merab won by unanimous decision. Got correct again. And this was actually fight of the night. I kind of thought fight of the night should have gone to Yuri Jamahal. And it's kind of crazy that Islam didn't even get a performance bonus for completely walking through Renato. Like, if they're going to make it out that Renato was a legit challenger, then shouldn't Islam get a performance bonus for running through him? Whatever. This was a really interesting fight. I was kind of worried in round 1 and 2 because Umar was better technically than Merab, but Merab just utilized his cardio in the later rounds. Like, Umar won round 1 and 2, 100%, I think. Well, actually, round 1 was kind of close, but yeah, you could tell Umar was a bit better technically. But then you could really see in round 3 that Merab just started pushing the pace, pushing him back, doing the same shit he always does, like getting a takedown, getting them down, and then not getting any control and just backing up and running off. And yeah, he just did what he does to everyone. Umar put up more of a fight than anyone else, I think. Like, he was closer than anyone else, and it was robbable. Like, he could have said that Umar won 1, 2, 3. And 5 was close at the start, but then he took him down when it was super close, and I think he almost semi-dropped him in round 5. So yeah, it's definitely Merab win. I think Merab definitely won that. It wasn't a robbery. Yeah, very entertaining fight. One question I have is because Umar defended probably like 75% of the takedowns. Merab still got like 12 or some shit. But I feel like if you defend a takedown, that should give you more points than someone attempting a takedown. So it should almost be, if you defend takedowns all around, but you're getting controlled, you should win the round, I feel like. I feel like they should really make that a thing. Kind of like, because Merab's style's OP just in the way that he kind of bangs control time from failing takedowns, pushing people against the fence. Kind of fucked up. IMO. But yeah, it was a good fight. Who can beat Merab? I don't know. Under the current rule set, I don't know who can beat Merab. I don't think Sean O'Malley. I think Sean O'Malley probably has the best chance. Like, Sean O'Malley or like maybe Cheeto. I could even see Cheeto doing it. Someone has to just catch him. You know, we've seen that Merab is liable to getting caught and like dropped. A striker has to beat him, and a striker has to beat him just by catching him and knocking him out. I don't see any other way to win it. Although Merab is 34, so, you know, maybe in a year or two he'll start to slow down and lose his cardio advantage. But I feel like maybe he'll retire before that. Maybe he'll get like 2-3 more defenses, and then he'll retire before he even loses his, like, you know, cardio to age. Yeah, and then who would be the champ after that? I don't know. Lots of tangents to go down. Who would be the champion after that? Probably Umar, right? I don't know. Although I could see Sean O'Malley. No, I feel like Sean O'Malley actually has a better chance against Merab than Umar, because Umar is just so much better technically, and he'll go for clean takedowns, and he hasn't shown a weak chin, or like not a weak chin, but it's like the option to get chin. Like, you know, we've never seen him get chin, where we know that could happen to Merab. So yeah, I think it's kind of the case that I could see Sean O'Malley beating Merab, but I could not see Sean O'Malley beating Umar, and I can't see, or Umar could beat Merab. Yeah. Lots of tangents. These are all almost separate videos I can make, but yeah, it was a good fight. Moving down to the co-headliner, the people's main event, Jiri Prochazka versus Jamahal Hill. Jiri KO round 3. I predicted round 2. Let's roll it back. I think I said round 2 or 3. And I'm going to go Jiri by KO round 2, or like late round 2, early round 3, mid round 3 type thing. So I was right on this, correct, and Jiri got a performance bonus. And I think it should have been fight of the night. Because if you look at the Merab Umar, it was an entertaining fight, but it wasn't like it was a war. It wasn't like they were like evenly matched, you know, they kind of were, but it wasn't as entertaining as Jiri Prochazka. And Jiri Prochazka was on the feet, slugging it out. They weren't even like leg kicking, bro. They were just actually just like boxing in range, crazy fucking fight. I think it should have been performance of the night. But yeah, Jiri has definitely improved. He was saying that his main thing he was trying to do was keep his hands up. I didn't see that. His hands were down a lot. I feel like he kind of put his hands up when he disengaged a little bit, but they weren't even really at his chin. They just kind of raised them. But his head movement has gotten a lot fucking better. I think he was training karate or kyokushin or whatever the fuck they call karate now. And I think, yeah, whatever he was doing, bro, his head movement looks fucking clean. But Jamahal looked good. Jiri won round 1, dropped Jamahal. Round 2, I think Jamahal came back. It was very close. Jamahal hit Jiri with a really nasty eye poke, though. That you could argue that's why he kind of lost the second bit of round 2, that he was still recovering from the eye poke. And then Jiri came out and finished Jamahal. Crazy. He slipped like a left hook, I think, and then boom, left hook over, followed up with a right hook, knocked him down. And then Jamahal actually got back up, and then he knocked him down again and finished him. Fucking crazy fight, bro. Jiri looked almost Matrix. Like, he dodged. Jamahal missed a lot. There was a lot of instances where Jamahal, like, went for a hook, he missed, he kind of, like, almost span around. And Jiri was doing this really cool thing where he went for a head kick, but then he kind of looked like he was kind of trying to miss, and he was setting up, like, a spinning thing after. Like, he head kicked, then he spun, so Jamahal really couldn't take advantage of the head kick because he was always spinning and looking to counter after the head kick. Honestly, I think the counter that would be if he kicks and then spins, you could grab him by the back and take him down. But, props to Jamahal, bro. He fought a fucking great fight. Jamahal could have just started leg kicking and, like, jabbing and then running off and stuff. But no, they were swinging the whole time. Respect to Jamahal. Respect to Jiri. Fucking war. And, yeah, Yuri's head movement looks fucking great. But can Jiri beat Alex Pereira? Well, I don't know if you guys have heard, but Alex Pereira is going to be versing Magomed Ankalaev. But then I didn't actually see this, but I saw somewhere that apparently Alex did an interview and he said that if he beats Magomed, well, he said when he beats, because, he's posturing. Well, I'm sure he believes he's going to beat him, but then he said he would give another shot to Jiri. Which, fuck. First of all, that's a very tough fight between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira. I'm not sure. I've heard a lot of people going Magomed, but I don't know. I feel like Pereira could win. I don't know. I really need to think about that more. I'm not going to give a prediction right now. I need to think about that a bit more. But could Jiri Prochazka beat Alex Pereira in the third matchup? I just don't think so. I fucking would love that so much. That would be like, although, Izzy Pereira, you know what I mean? It could always happen, because Pereira does have a bit of a weak chin, although we haven't really seen him get chinned at all at light heavyweight, and he was taking some big hits from Khalil. Like, not really landed that clean, but he was taking some hits from Khalil, so it's not like he's chinny. And, but I think the leg kick is just too dangerous. Jamahal was kind of leg kicking at the start of round one, and Jiri did not have any answers for it. And luckily for Jiri, and maybe it just isn't Jamahal's style, that's why he didn't do it, Jamahal kind of stopped leg kicking. They just kind of, trading in the pocket, being men, going for that, clinch striking, knees at the middle, flying knees. It was fucking really good fight. How is this not performance of the night, thinking back? Fucking great fight. But yeah, the leg kicks are just so bad for Jiri, bro. He needs to, what can he even do? He needs to, I did see he, moved out of the way of a leg kick, but the leg kick's such a weakness. But if he can somehow get around that and he can do that really good head movement and catch Pereira, I could see it happening. But yeah, I think Pereira probably would beat Jiri, unfortunately, bro. Jiri's fucking one of my favorite fighters, but I just don't see him winning that shit. Okay, moving down to Jailton Almeida versus Serghei Spivac. Almeida TKO. I got this correct as well. Performance bonus for Almeida, but not for Islam. What the fuck? Yeah, I got this correct, but this is not how I thought it would go. I thought it would be an Almeida decision. He looked like he was a bit better than Spivac on the feet, which I was very surprised by. I think he did, at the start, it was kind of even, and then he kind of rocked him, took him down, then he flattened him out and just ground and pound. I saw a lot of people saying it was a early stoppage or whatever, and they shouldn't have stopped it, but I don't know, Spivac was not defending himself and he looked stuck, so I think it was a good stoppage. Didn't see a problem with it. It was a good fight, but it was very short, and it was just surprising that Almeida was actually better than Spivac on the feet. I did not see that coming. And Almeida called out Cyril Gane for, I think that's the fourth time he's called him out. Fuck, that would be a devastating matchup for Cyril Gane, bro. He would just get taken down and dominated. Yeah, good fight. Not much to say about it, really. Okay, moving down to Reinier Dorita versus Kevin Holland. Sub Dorita round one. Got this correct as well. Fucking tip, I don't know. Holland didn't even put up a fight, bro, honestly. Got taken down and finished, and he just looked shit. I saw that at the end, I think Holland was I heard him say, oh, you better tell people about the something, like he's coping. I don't know. It did look a little bit dirty at times, but you're on the ground, bro. Shit happens. It's not anyone else's fault. You're dog shit, bro. That's Kevin Holland's, he's lost 4 out of his last 5. And I saw a pay scaling thing. I don't know if it's real, but apparently Holland got paid the same base salary as Islam. I don't know. I saw a lot of pay scalings going around. I don't know what's real. But if that's true, what the actual fuck, bro? Does anyone even actually like Holland? I've seen a lot of hate. I never really liked him that much. I always thought he was a little bit copy and disrespectful. But now I think a lot of other people are seeing that now. And yeah, he's just kind of, he hasn't even stagnated. I feel like he's actually gotten a bit worse. Like he's really lost pop in his shot, and he's really lost like any of his like dangerous ground game like on the bottom. I don't know. Holland, he needs to grow up and actually start taking his career seriously, I think. Okay, moving down to Payton Talbott versus Raoni Barcelos. Yeah, this is a fucking fraud check. Yeah, I mean, Raoni Barcelos isn't even that good, but he just controlled Payton Talbott. Round 1 and 2. Round 1, it came out. Talbott looked a little bit dangerous on the feet. But yeah, his hands were just up too high. I think his posture wasn't right to defend takedown. Got taken down, got controlled in round 1 and 2. He got controlled round 1 and 2, pretty much same thing. And then round 3, he actually got up a few times and he was striking, but he just didn't have any pop on his shot. I think he was exhausted from the grappling in round 1 and 2. Round 3, he did actually start getting up. I think he got taken down 3 times and he got up 2 and he was on the feet quite a bit. I think I maybe even would have given Payton Talbott the 3rd round. But yeah, really showed a lack of understanding of how to get up from the ground against not even an elite grappler. And also when he was on the feet, he just didn't really seem like he had urgency. Like it didn't really look like he was like, oh fuck, bro, I gotta lock in. He just kind of looked like, he was like farming the nonchalant. It was like he was farming the nonchalant dreadhead vibes, where he's just like, bro, I'm gonna stand up super fucking straight, not even be positioned to defend takedowns. If I get taken down, I'm just gonna look into the camera and shit. Like I don't know. I feel like he really he thought he was like destined to win. Like he didn't really put enough effort. Like I think he didn't entertain the thought that it was going to be even a tough fight. I think he thought, I'm going to run through this guy. I don't even really need to train. This is just like another win. Like, he probably thought like, Cameron Simon's better than this guy. I fucking mogged Cameron Simon. No way this guy's going to do anything to me. And he got fucked. He got wrestle raped. And yeah. But I think maybe he'll learn from this and he'll really lock in on his next fight. And he'll, just sharpen up the basics a little bit. Okay, moving down to Azamat Bekoev versus Zach Reese. KO Bekoev, round 1, correct from me. Oh, this was a nasty KO, bro. Zach Reese looked, I thought, let's go for the fight first. Basically, it was on the feet for a bit. Neither man really, it was kind of even. And then Zach Reese got taken down, and when he got taken down, you could really tell, I could tell anyway, that he did not look desperate to get up. Like, he wasn't scrambling, he was kind of just accepting bottom position. I think maybe he was just going to take the round off and then go back in round 2. Like, he didn't want to expel too much energy getting up, because I think his plan was to get like an early KO, and he got taken down. He's like, oh, fuck. So then he's just kind of like accepted bottom position, almost like Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira, where he just kind of accepted that he's going to drop the round to like reserve some energy. But he ended up getting in a really bad position and getting like ground and pounded for like a bit too long. I think it was a late stoppage. And then he looked fucked up. And it looked like, to me, like I saw some back of the head shots. I'm like, ooh, I got like a bad feeling like, oh, it's going to be like a boxing moment where the back of the head shots really fucked this guy up. I was a bit worried, but he got up and he looked all right. He got up and then he started coping, saying that it got stopped because he was in LA when he was just unconscious for like fucking a minute. Yeah, that's just how fighters are, bro. You got to cope. Yeah, scary knockout. And yeah, Bekoev looked good. And, Zach Reese, maybe he's learned that you can't just accept bottom position. You need to fight positions, bro. Okay, moving down to Billy Elekana versus Bogdan Guskov. Bogdan Guskov TKO round 2, and I was correct with this one as well. The downfall of my pick starts soon, though. This Billy Elekana guy, he apparently was a really short notice, like 2 weeks, 1 week. And apparently he was actually a weight below, like they fought a middleweight and he's actually a welterweight. And on the walkout, I'm pretty sure they said, 90% sure they said that he said he hasn't actually been training for like a month, 2 months before he got the call, but he just took it because, this is like his dream and he finally got the call. Like, so that kind of means like he retired almost. Like if he didn't train for 2 months, that's a long time. It is New Year, so maybe he just took like a long vacation before he locked back in, but I don't know. So he came out round 1 and actually took Bogdan down, which is surprising because he's like got the weight disadvantage. But yeah, he took him down and he had him in some pretty scary looking submissions. Like it looked like maybe he was going to submit Bogdan. But Bogdan did end up surviving and he ended up actually reversing it at the end of round 1. And he got him in a sub, I think it was like a rear naked. And Elekana actually tapped, but he tapped after the bell, after the round ended. you can almost argue that getting him down in round 1 was probably like the worst case scenario, because it looked like Elekana was more of a striker, and he got him down, and obviously he wasted the little bit of cardio he had trying to get the submission. So then at the start of round 2, you could just tell Elekana was fucking completely gassed, like absolutely nothing. And there, Bogdan ended up pushing him back, and he against the fence, but he wasn't even striking back. He was literally just defense. Like, he didn't have enough energy to even throw like a counter. And then he ended up getting like in like a fetal position, almost like against the fence, and Bogdan was just laying into him, and then the ref stopped it. Like, he wasn't even trying to do anything. He was just like Bogdan even backed up a bit, and he just stayed in the fetal position, like on the cage. And then Bogdan came in and finished it. Yeah, respect Elekana for taking the short notice fight, I guess. But yeah, bro was not ready for that fight. And yeah, again, almost the takedown was almost bad for him. Like, at least on the feet, maybe you could have dropped him and finished it. But on the ground, he just wasted all the little energy he had. Okay, moving down to Grant Dawson versus Diego Ferreira. Unanimous decision, Grant Dawson. I got this one right as well. This is almost exactly how I predicted it. I predicted this almost exactly how it went down. It was even on the feet, but in round 1, Dawson kind of got him against the fence, and he was just chain wrestling for minutes. Okay, it was like probably like majority of the round he was just chain wrestling against the fence, and fucking what's his name? Yeah, Diego Ferreira was like defending the takedowns, but he just kept going for them. And then he eventually got him down, controlled him. And then round 2 and 3, he just got him down and controlled him. He didn't really get any ground and pound off, and the referee even stood it up when he was in like full mount position. He was kind of just like doing really weak, like body head, but like not even really putting anything into it, just so the ref didn't stand him up. But I don't know, I feel like if Merab can just spam takedowns and he gets points for it, if you've actually got them down in a controlling position and you are actually throwing strikes, at least giving them, when you throw a strike, it gives the opponent an opportunity to get up. Even if they're like little strikes, he's still sacrificing some leverage to do that. So if the guy can't even get up when he's spamming body head, I feel like you should not stand up. And, it was a boring as fuck fight, but, that's Grant Dawson's fight. That's like a Sean Brady, Grant Dawson style, Sean Brady has legit jiu-jitsu, and also he kind of goes to the finish a bit more than Grant Dawson. But at the end of the day, it's MMA, not boxing. If some guy is completely controlling you while even throwing shots, that's your bad, bro. You should be able to get up. And I feel like the ref should not step in if they're in like a very dominant position. Fair enough if they're like clinching against the fence, not even trying anything, like fucking Neil Magny, or like, I don't know, what's another instance where they should get stood up? Or if they're just like holding onto their back like Islam Makachev Volk 1. That should have been a stand-up, because like he's not even doing anything. He's literally just holding, and not even in like a really dominant position, just in like a trap position. But yeah, I feel like it was kind of bullshit, that stand-up. And yeah, it was kind of, yeah. But yeah, boring as fuck fight, but Grant also got it done, bro. That's his style. Okay, moving down to Karol Rosa versus Aylin Perez. This is unanimous decision Perez, and I was wrong on this one. This is a very close fight. I feel like Rosa really could have got this if she just, took a little bit more risk when it was on the feet. Like, actually tried to get some damaging shots off to squeak the round. Round 1, it was extremely close. They were both on the feet majority of the round, but never really got any damage off. Like, Rosa was pushing her back, but she wasn't really ever getting anything off. And then Perez ended up taking her down. So I think that's kind of, I think that's Perez's round. Round 2, again, very close. It was pretty, I think Rosa was even winning. But then she, shot this, she, just randomly, from going super safe, not even, throwing hooks or anything, she just does, a flying fucking knee and gets taken down in round 2. Which, I don't know, bro, WMA IQ, question mark? And then, yeah. So I think that's round 2. And then round 3 was on the feet. Perez didn't get her down, and Rosa just, again, I think she just squeaked that out. So I think it was Perez. I scored it for Perez. But that was Rosa's fight to win. If she just put herself out there a bit more when it was on the feet to secure the rounds, you need to do some damage against a grappler so you can, you need to get 1 or 2 shots, big shots off, you know what I mean? She needed to do something to secure the rounds. Okay, moving down to Reinier Nakamura versus Muin Gafarov. Unanimous decision Gafarov, wrong again. Again, I should have fucking watched this. What the fuck was Nakamura doing, bro? Honestly, Nakamura is a world championship wrestler. Well, I don't know what they call it in wrestling. He's in the world championship. He's in the world competition in Japan, apparently. I don't really know how wrestling works, but I know he's supposed to be a really good wrestler, right? He comes in, I think he shot 2 takedowns the whole fucking fight while getting consistently fucked up on the feet. He got rocked 3-4 times, and I think he only shot twice, and it was both in round 2, both easily denied. It didn't even look like a committed shot. When wrestlers, when people shoot, but it doesn't really, they didn't really commit to it. Like, they didn't run through, they didn't, like, cut an angle. Like, they didn't get them against the fence and slowly drag them down. They just shoot in the open, and then they just get sprawled like, okay, let's go back to striking. Let's go back to me getting fucked on the feet. I don't know what he was doing, bro. I actually don't know what his game plan was. Fair enough, maybe you round one, you're like, okay, I want to test my striking of this guy. You get fucking destroyed round one. Okay, round two. Maybe I should start grappling, and then, no, I get destroyed round two, and then not even round three, he's like, okay, this stand-up is not working for me. I need to get this guy down. I need to push him back, trip him. I need to put some pressure on him, backing up against the fence or something. Like, but no, he just keeps doing the exact same thing, getting completely outclassed on the feet. I think he actually did get him down in round three, but the guy got back up. And pretty quickly, and he didn't even look like he was that cut by it. It didn't even look like he was really trying to hold him down. I don't know what this was. It was a weird fight. Okay, moving down to Ricky Tercios versus Bernardo Sopage. Sopage unanimous decision, right for me. This is probably the best fight on the prelims, I reckon. Sopage was like, you could tell he was way better and more gifted than Tercios everywhere. Like, he was just like always getting the counters off, always getting away at distance. Like, I think Ricky was kind of more of a grappler. Like, in round three, he got him down, but he didn't really do anything with it. And then Sopage got back up. But you got to, Sopage was cleaner everywhere, and I think he won all 3 rounds. I gave him all 3 rounds. But you got to respect Tercios, bro. He never gave up. He was getting completely fucking rocked. You know, it is a really low weight class, so it's not like he was, like, cut or anything. But, like, Ricky was going forward the whole fucking time. Like, the whole fight, Ricky was going forward. He never gave up, even though he was 2 rounds down. Like, he never threw in the towel. Got to respect it, bro. He's got heart. But yeah, Sopage was just better. Like, he was getting pushed back, but he was circling, and he was just outplaying him everywhere. You know, it was even in the clinching, he was outplaying him. Like, he was just better than Tercio everywhere, but Tercio showed real heart and, you know, real grit, which is, like, that's all you really need to get where he is, you know. But now that's all you need to get to the UFC. I feel like you need heart to be able to just, like, push through. Once you get to the UFC, then skill actually becomes a thing. And that's why I think he's not having success in the UFC, because he's not really a skilled athlete or fighter. He just has heart. And, you know, Sopage, I could tell that Sopage just actually has talent, you know. And I feel like you can outplay talent through work, but you need to have some base talent, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, I don't think Ricky Tercios does. Okay, moving down to the first fight. Clay Carpenter versus Tagir Alanbekov. Tagir by unanimous decision. This was wrong by me. It was a close fight, though. I think I gave all 3 rounds to Tagir, but every round was close. Actually, the third round wasn't. I think Clay Carpenter was a little bit better on the feet. I think that's fair to say. Clay Carpenter was a bit better on the feet. But Tagir was just a better grappler, and I thought that Carpenter would be able to actually defend the takedowns, but he didn't. He got taken down every round, I'm pretty sure, and Tagir was actually hitting with some nasty elbows. Like, he had some actual good ground and pound offense. So there was never the case of, like, oh, he got taken down, but he did a lot of damage early. No, it was never like that. I think Tagir won every round. Clay Carpenter does look good, but I think maybe he's a little bit inexperienced, and he wasn't ready for this fight. Tagir looked really impressive, and yeah, I kind of slept him a little bit, bro. He was actually better than I thought he was. Good ground and pound, good pressure. He actually pushed people back. I'm like Nakamura. He actually fucking played to his strengths. He didn't just fight. You know, he actually has some IQ, bro. What was Nakamura doing? Anyway, yeah, it was a good fight. Good way to start off the card. So, yeah, guys, good card. I liked it. The main card was really good, except for the Cal and Holland fight. Prelims, a lot of decisions, but there was some good fights on there. Good technical fights. Nakamura, what the fuck's your problem, cunt? Bro, I would have got over 70% of that Nakamura actually had 1 brain cell.